between the Columbia College Fighting Koalas and your St. Andrews Knights. Madison Larimore to take the tip-off for the Knights. And Abrea Keat for the Koalas. Keat comes away with it, tips it back to Wells. Carnasia Wells with it now, surveying, marked by Starks. Back over to Keat now. The elbow for Pendergrass. They swing it to Brabham now. Back to Keat once again. Over to Wells now. She'll drive to the middle, pull up from mid-range. No good. Rebound Starks. Starks pushes it back to Grant. Grant slows it down, surveys the floor. She carries up now. Chelsea Grant, the second leading scorer for St. Andrews this season so far, averaging 11.5 per game. Gets the screen from Larimore, pulls up from mid-range, and hits. Chelsea Grant, excellent from mid-range this year so far. A steal now for the Knights. Francis Glover Bay comes away with it. Early error there for the Fighting Koalas. Knights look to extend their 2-0 advantage. Grant surveying. She'll harassed by Pendergrass. She gets away. Gets down the lane. Euro steps. Can't quite finish. Ball stolen by Carnasia Wells. Wells ahead for Harley now. Harley puts up a layup. No good. And the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Madison Larimore. Away from Abrea Keat there. Columbia will take it out at the baseline. Knights leading here 2-0, about 2 minutes in our first period of action. Carnasia Wells to inbound now, surveying the floor. Looks inside, can't find anyone, goes outside for Harley. Harley pulls up for three. No good. 3 Knights collapse on the ball and none come up with it. Going down in a pile. Glover Bay slow to get up, but she appears okay to continue. Will be Columbia ball once again. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I see it now. Keat at the line now. Can't quite finish the three-point play. Ball still loose. Harley running it down, but Shakira Harley can't get there. And it'll be Knights ball. Glover Bay into Grant now. Columbia applying some pressure, going into a full court press here. They swing it over to Starks. She'll look to break the press. Goes back for Grant at midcourt. They look inside for Toger. Gives the handoff to Starks. She goes down the baseline and draws the blocking foul on Shakira Harley there. Good ball movement there from the Knights to break the press. Chelsea Grant to inbound once again. Finds Starks. Starks drives, finds some space in the middle of the lane, pulls up for mid-range, and they'll say it was a travel on the pivot. Back foot sliding a little bit there on the stop. Official with a keen eye. Carnasia Wells brings it up now, marked by Starks. She's a pesky defender. Wells gets around the corner, goes down the lane, puts up a floater, no good. Rebound, Columbia, but it's taken away by Madison Larimore. I believe that was Kateria Brabham that came up with it for a moment before it was stolen. Francis Glover Bay with it now, surveying, making a move to the middle. Hands off for Grant at the three-point line. She gets into the mid-range, decides against the shot. Outside for Starks now, fakes the three, makes a move and a traveling violation on the setup there. Shuffled her feet before the dribble. And that'll be another turnover for the Knights. Cornelia Wells with it now. Over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass drives the lane. Looks back for Brabham. Can't find it. Broken up by Glover Bay. And they'll say it's off the hands of Francis Glover Bay in the lane. Stay Columbia ball here. Brief stoppage here to adjust the shot clock, I believe. 2 seconds being added back. Officials conversing now, discussing the discrepancy here. And I believe we are all good to continue. Inbound for Harley. They look for Pendergrass in the corner. Can't find anything. Back to Harley now. Starks tries to jump it. Not there. Wells with it. Surveying. Makes a move off the screen. Entry pass for Keat. Puts it up high off the glass and good in the low block. Great post move there from Abrea Keat. Columbia with the lead now. Going back to the full court press. Knights swinging the ball back and forth. Grant ahead and a 10-second violation on the advancement of the ball. Knights cannot get it into the front court in time, and it'll be another turnover. Knights struggling here early, several mental errors. See if they can pull it together as this first quarter continues to unfold. Cornelia Wells with it now. Over to Pendergrass. She drives the lane, tries to Euro step. Takes too many and travels. It will be a turnover. Believe she wanted to pass out of the move there, but couldn't find an open teammate. Starks for Grant in the middle to Toger now. They break the press. Starks into the front court. Hands it back off for Toger. Over to Grant now. Grant surveying the floor. Gets the screen from Larimore. Glover Bay on the elbow. Pulls up for three and hits. Great shot there from Francis Glover Bay. And some savvy defense there from the Knights, forcing the quick turnover. Knights looking to take advantage of this slim 1-point lead and extend. Columbia still locked into their full court press. Committed to applying a lot of pressure on this St. Andrews team in transition. Grant with it now, back for Glover Bay, ahead to Starks. Starks has a lane down the middle, outside for Toger, back to Grant now. Fakes the three, gets the screen from Larimore, pulls up from mid-range. A little too strong, ball still loose. And they'll say it's a loose ball foul on Madison Larimore, looking for the rebound there. Cornelia Wells up the court now. Starks goes for a steal, can't quite get it. Wells gets by, down the baseline, puts up a layup, no good. Strong move there from Wells to get some separation, couldn't finish. And it'll be Columbia ball on the baseline. Wells looks inside for Keat, finds her on the low block, puts up the layup, no good, gets her own rebound. She'll pull it out. Picks up her dribble, swings it to Harley. Harley makes a move, comes off the screen. Swinging into the corner to Wells. 5 to shoot here, marked closely by Starks. She'll pull up from deep three-point range, no good. And Glover Bay with the rebound. Glover Bay makes a strong move, kicks it out to Starks, but it's too hot to handle, and it'll be a turnover. Wallace making a substitution here. Asia Jeter McKissick checking in. Kateria Brabham checking out. Arnasia Wells up the floor with it now. Gets the screen from Jeter McKissick. Swings it in the corner for Harley. Marked by Grant closely. Jeter McKissick sets another screen. She's open on the roll, but is stripped away by the Knights. 2 players diving on the floor for it now. It is Glover Bay and Keat tied up for a jump ball. Koala's making another substitution. Shakira Harley checking out. Number 15, Mariah Davenport checking in. Knights making a substitution of their own. Francis Glover Bay checking out for AJ Price. Columbia still in their full court press. Knights struggling to break. Almost getting a steal there, but they break through. Laramore's open for the layup on the assist from Price. Great ball movement by the Knights there. Punishing Columbia for committing to the full court press. Keat over to Davenport now. Davenport back to the low block for Keat. She spins, puts a shot high off the glass, and hits once again. Tightly contested first quarter here. Columbia expending a lot of energy in this full court press. Looking to tire out the Knights early. Toga to Starks once again. Starks down the lane. Puts up the layup, and they'll say it is a charge. Offensive foul on Ashley Starks with the strong move to the basket. Foul trouble. Arnasia Wells with it now. It's the screen from Jeter McKissick. Looks inside, can't find her. Keat with it on the perimeter now. Davenport with it, surveying. Looks down low for Jeter McKissick. Tipped away by Larimore. Back to Davenport now. Short time on the shot clock. Wells with it, surveying. In and out move, stripped by Starks. Starks down the floor now. She might have a breakaway layup here. Puts it high off the glass and can't hit. Rebound, Jeter McKissick, and she'll be fouled by AJ Price. Great steal and breakaway from Ashley Starks. Couldn't quite get the finish. Tough turn of events for the Knights. Still hanging on to a slim 1-point advantage as our first quarter continues to wind down. Knights with some early foul trouble. 5 team fouls already in the first period of play. Harley comes off the screen for the give and go and converts with the assist from Mariah Davenport there. Nice Spain pick and roll action, and the full court press breaks through. Koalas get a steal. Look underneath for the layup. It was too hot to handle and goes out of bounds. And it'll be Knights ball once again. Catching a break after turning it over on the inbound. Columbia really aggressive with this full court press. Knights starting to struggle to break through. Grant ahead to Price. She's marked by 2, and she'll go down to the ground. But she looks okay to continue. I believe Shakira Harley will be called for the foul there. Wallace making a substitution. Harley checking out. Carnasia Wells right back into the contest. Samantha Toger checking out for her sister, Melissa. Grant has it near midcourt. Knights clearing out. Larimore setting the screen. He pulls up from mid-range. No good. Rebound, Keat there. Wells with it out in transition. Quickly marked by Toger. Davenport has it in the corner. She pulls up for 3, too strong. Jeter McKissick on the rebound and puts it up and in. Starks ahead to Price. Marked by Jeter McKissick. She'll get by. Down the lane. Swings it outside to Toger, but it's taken away by Keat, falling on the floor, and Toger's down with her. Another jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Columbia, I believe, and it will be the Fighting Koalas ball. Peyton Brookover checking into the game for the first time for the Koalas. Over to Dynasia Jackson. She surveys the floor. They swing it to Wells. Wells gets a screen. Over to Jeter McKissick. Back for Jackson now. Jackson drives to the middle. She'll get down the lane, put up a floater. Off the rim, no good. Starks comes away with the rebound. Along with Jeter McKissick, another jump ball here. Both teams fighting aggressively for possession. Knights trailing by 3. 2 minutes to go here in our first period of action. Columbia still in the full court press. Toger finds it in the middle. Hits Starks on the far side. Starks back for Grant now. Larimore setting the screen once again. Over to Price now. Back to Grant on the elbow. She's got Toger in the corner. Toger pulls up for 3. No good off the rim. Arnasia Wells with the rebound. She's out in transition, surveying the floor. The no-look pass to Jeter McKissick, blocked by Toger. Wells gets the rebound and puts it up and in. Full court press. Still giving the Knights a little bit of trouble. Price breaks through, in and out, down the baseline, puts up a layup, blocked by Brookover. Rebound, Jeter McKissick up to Wells now. Wells looks inside for Brookover. She puts up the layup, up and in over Larimore quickly. And just like that, Columbia College has extended their lead to 7. Knights need a timeout. We'll be right back.
You open my eyes, I'm ready to go, lead me into the light. Can't you see?
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Hey, let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
You open my eyes, I'm ready to go, lead me into the light. Can't you see?
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Hey, let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
You open my eyes, I'm ready to go, lead me into the light. Can't you see?
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Knights making a few changes here. Michaela Sallier to the line now. Knights' 3rd leading scorer this season, averaging 9.5 points per game. To go along with 8 rebounds, a near double-double. And she'll split the pair at the line. Knights trailing by 6 here. They look for Davenport in the corner. She surveys. Back up to Wells. Over for Brookover now. They look inside for Jeter McKissick. She handles it. Can't quite hit the first shot. And Sallier there for the block on the second. .30 to play here in our first period of action. Knights trailing by 6, looking to cut the advantage. Sallier gets it on the high post. Handoff for Glover Bay. Back to Sallier at the nail. She'll pull up from mid-range and hit. Michaela Sallier left all alone, punishing the defense there. Wells with it now. Marked closely by Grant. 5 seconds to shoot. She'll go down the baseline. Put up a floater. Too strong. Still loose. And that'll end our first period of action. I believe Dynasia Jackson had a second putback attempt, but it was no good. And we will enter the second quarter with the Knights trailing 14-10 to Columbia College. We'll be right back. Grant with it now for the Knights to start our second period of action. Into the high block to Salier. She pulls up from mid-range once again. A little too strong, but Grant flies in for the rebound. Ball still loose. Knights fighting for it. Starks comes away with it. Looks for Glover Bay. Ball still loose. Carnasia Wells comes out with it. She's in transition now. Marked by Toger. Euro steps down the lane and doesn't hit the shot. And it'll be out of bounds. No foul call there on the wild shot attempt. Over to Starks now. Starks back to Grant. Columbia still committed to their full court press. Breaks through to Toger. Finds Salier at the top of the key. Grant has it now, calling for the screen. She comes off the screen, gets down the lane, stops on a dime, and moves it back to Salier, but they'll say it was a travel on the stop. Carnasia Wells with it now. Over to Jackson. Donasia Jackson surveying, marked closely by Starks. Swings it back to Wells in the corner. Brookover in the corner now. Back to Wells. She drives down the lane. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over to Brookover. 5 to shoot. She'll drive down the lane. 1-2 and put it up, in and out. Wells there for the rebound. And a shot clock reset. And I believe a bit of a scoreboard malfunction there as they could not reset the shot clock buzzer. Little technical difficulty there. Wells with it now, marked by Grant. Over to Peyton Brookover. Back for Dynasia Jackson now. Wells for Jeter McKissick. Back to Jackson. Fakes the three. Drives the lane. Kicks it back out to Wells. She'll pull up for a three of her own and hit at the buzzer. Beating the shot clock narrowly. Extending this Columbia lead to 7. Glover Bay up the court now. Finds Toger. Kicks it back to Glover Bay. Marked closely by Wells. Over to Grant now. Grant into the high post for Salier. She'll pull up for mid-range once again. A little too strong. And they'll say it was tipped out of bounds by the Knights. It will be Columbia ball. Columbia making a change here. Dynasia Jackson checking out. Deasia Feaster checking in for the first time. Priorities. Wells with it now. Crosses over, comes off the screen from McKissick, pulls up for 3, and they'll say it is a moving screen on Jeter McKissick there. Glover Bay swings it across the Starks. Toger pulls up for a 3 of her own. Too strong. Ball still loose. And Davenport with the wise block out there, preventing Salier from running it down as it went out of bounds. It'll be Columbia ball once again. Pass down low for Deasia Feaster, blocked by Salier. Great cut there. Salier stood tall, denied the shot attempt. Toger breaks up the inbound, runs it down, but can't quite get there. Carnesia Wells with it now. Marked by Starks once again. Over to Keat. Wells down the baseline, kicks it to Davenport in the corner. 1 second to shoot, pulls up from deep three-point range, no good, and a shot clock violation. I don't think Davenport realized she had short time. Teammate pointing out the scoreboard when she looked to pass. And forced to heave up a desperate shot attempt. Columbia making a change here. And the full court press finally getting some traction. They force the turnover in transition here. Shakira Harley with it now. Onto the low block for Jeter McKissick. And Salier reaches in to break it up, but a foul. Area of concern for the Knights all season long. Foul trouble. Let's see if they can stay out of it here. Keat over to Feaster now. Feaster down low for Keat. Starks reaches in to steal it, but another foul. Knights playing some aggressive defense here. Officials calling it tightly. Let's see how they adjust. Wide open in the corner is Jeter McKissick. Does not shoot it, opting to pass. Perhaps a strategic decision by the Knights to leave her there. Keat dribble handoff for Harley. Goes down the baseline, puts up a layup, and in over Starks. Great strong move there from Shakira Harley. Full court press still giving the Knights some trouble. Grant ahead to Glover Bay. She's trapped in the corner. They swing it to Starks. Back to Grant. She surveys. Marked closely by Keat. Knights calling for some motions. She gets the screen, loses her dribble off her own leg. And Shakira Harley has it in transition. Glover Bay there to break up the fast break. But a foul on the Knights nonetheless. Their third team foul of the period. Less than halfway through. Knights making a change. Chelsea Grant checking out. Elise Akridge checking in for the first time. Keat gets it. Swings it out to Feaster. Back to Keat in the high post. She'll pull it out to the perimeter. Harley with it now. Jeter McKissick posting up, but Salier is there. Denies the post entry. Glover Bay ahead for Starks, but it'll be tipped away by Abrea Keat at the last moment. Like the Knights may have had an opportunity there for a moment, but it was fleeting. Akridge to inbound now. Over for Glover Bay. Starks pulls up for three. Off the rim and then hitting the stanchion. No good. Columbia with a 9-point advantage here. Knights struggling to score in this second period. Let's see if they can get a defensive stop, gain some momentum. Columbia pulls up for three, no good, but they'll get the rebound. Keat with it for Hermanson now. She'll pull up for three, no good. Three players fly in and the ball is still loose. And they'll say it is a walk on Abrea Keat after the loose ball. Pile of bodies there. Hard to tell what exactly happened. Akridge for Glover Bay now, marked closely by Keat. She'll carry it up. Swing it over to Starks. Back for Glover Bay now. Ahead to Akridge. Fakes the three. Swings it back to Glover Bay. On the elbow. Into the high post at the nail for Salier. She's surveying. Dangerous from this area. She might pull up. Akers in the corner now. Finds Starks at the mid-range. She puts up a shot. No good. Sallier with the rebound. High off the glass. No good. Puts another attempt up, and she'll be fouled. Kayla Sallier will go back to the line for her second trip. Columbia making some changes here. Knights making a change as well. Sallier, the freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland, hits the first. Averaging a near double-double this season, 9.5 points and 8 rebounds per contest. And she'll miss the second there to split the pair, but it'll be tipped out of bounds off of Columbia and stay with the Knights here. Knights trailing by 8, looking to close the gap. Inbound to Akers now. Finds Sallier in the high post once again. She'll drive the lane, spin, and put up a shot off the rim a little too strong. Great move to get the separation. Couldn't quite finish. Harley with it now, surveying the floor. Finds Hermanson. They look inside for Keat, but it's not there. Back outside to Harley now. Keat down the lane, blocked by Sallier, but they say a foul on the shot attempt, and she'll go to the line for 2. And it rattles around and in for the first free throw attempt. See if the sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina can go 2 for 2, and she does. Columbia back in their full court press once again. Grant over to Starks, finds Toger in the corner. She's open, pulls up for 3 and hits. Samantha Toger with a great shot there, breaking the press, punishing Columbia for overcommitting. Hermanson with it down low for Brabham. They kick it out, pulls up for 3, no good. Pendergrass can't quite hit. Grant comes away with the loose ball. Marked by Keat. No time to set up the full court press, so Grant is able to advance it. Shakira Harley tried to jump the passing lane, but committed the foul on Starks in the process. And she'll check out of the game for Carnasia Wells after the foul. Knights have this lead down to 7 here after trailing by as much as 8. See if they can cut it even further on this possession. Into Akers now. Back to Sallier in the high post. She'll pull up from mid-range. A dangerous spot for her. No good on the shot. Kateria Brabham with the rebound. Up to Wells now. Wells will slow it down. Looking inside for Keat. Akers is there, but Keat still handles it. Tipped away by Sallier. Ball still loose. Akers diving on the floor now, and a jump ball between Jaslyn Pendergrass and Elise Akers there. Possession arrow favoring Columbia. Over to Brabham now. Finds Pendergrass. Pendergrass for Wells. She'll drive to the middle. Pick up her dribble. Look to the baseline. Finds Hermanson, but it's blocked by Toger. Brabham with the rebound. Still no shot clock reset. 2 to shoot, and Knights come away with it. Grant out in transition. Looking to space the floor. Akers for 3 in the corner, and she'll hit. Elise Akers with the beautiful shot in transition. Giving Columbia no time to set up their defense. That may be the key here for the Knights against a team looking to press them in a set transition scenario. If they can keep it unsettled, they may have an advantage. Wells for 3 and answers with one of her own. Carnasia Wells with the shot. Grant looks ahead for Sally on the low block. She has Brabham, but Brabham standing tall. They kick it out to Akers now. Toger on the elbow, fakes, drives to the middle. Hands off for Grant. Grant pulls up from mid-range, no good. Rebound Keith there, but tipped away, and it will stay with Columbia. Knights still trailing by 7, a little under 2 to play in our second period of action. Knights looking for their first win of the season, entering this contest at 0-6. Wells over for Hermanson now. Hermanson surveys, fakes the shot, gets it to Keith on the high block. She'll make a move in the mid-range and pull up. No good. Salier with the rebound. Back for Grant now. Grant thinking about the home run pass. Decides against it. Gets down the side. Narrowly avoiding stepping out of bounds for Toger in the corner. No good, but Salier is there for the rebound and put back. Kayla Salier dominating in the paint so far. Hermanson coming off the screen. Out to Brabham now. Pendergrass with it. Looks inside for Brabham, but it's tipped away. Starks comes away with it. Finds Toger. And they'll say it is a foul on Carnasia Wells. A blocking foul. Not giving the offensive player space to advance. Grant carries it up now. Second leading scorer for St. Andrews so far, averaging 11.5 per game, and she's been very busy tonight. Stops on a dime, pivots, spins, gets it to Starks at the three-point line, and she'll hit. Beautiful pass, beautiful shot there. Great ball movement from the Knights, and they cut this lead to 2 with 30 to play in our second period of action. After trailing by as much as 8, they are storming back. Starks guarding Wells closely, swings it to Keat. Looks inside for Pendergrass, puts up a shot, but Salier is there. Ahead for Akers now, one dribble and a shot, and they tie it up. Columbia showing signs of frustration. Wells advancing it, marked closely by Starks, diving on the floor for the steal, and she'll come away with it. And another jump ball, no, they'll say it's a travel. And it'll go right back to Columbia with 1 second to play in the period. Little confusion there among the Knights as to whose ball it was, but indeed a travel on Ashley Starks. 1 second to shoot. Pendergrass puts it off from deep, no good, and we will enter the half with your Knights tied 24-24 in a thrilling contest against Columbia College. We'll be right back.
Ready to start mapping your future? Get started at St. Andrews University, the perfect place to explore your passions. St. Andrews offers a high-quality education that can be completed on campus or online. Flexible course offerings and convenient locations meet the needs of your everyday life, with accelerated degree options available. Career opportunities are waiting for you at St. Andrews University. From nursing to occupational therapy assistant certification to esports and game art and design. Find your career path today at St. Andrews University, sa.edu. future? Get started at St. Andrews University, the perfect place to explore your passions. St. Andrews offers a high-quality education that can be completed on campus or online. Flexible course offerings and convenient locations meet the needs of your everyday life, with accelerated degree options available. Career opportunities are waiting for you at St. Andrews University. From nursing to occupational therapy assistant certification to esports and game art and design. Find your career path today at St. Andrews University, sa.edu.
And we're back now, getting set for our third period of action. Things tied up here in a hotly contested game. Columbia and St. Andrews knotted up at 24 points apiece. Chelsea Grant with it now. Swings it over to Starks, down the baseline. And a blocking foul by Shakira Harley there on the quick move from Starks. Knights making a quick substitution. Larimore checking out for Toger. Samantha Toger, that is. Kayla Sallier over to Glover Bay. In the high post, surveying, finds Toger on the three-point line. She'll pull up. No good. Ball loose. Arnasia Wells coming away with it. Down the court, marked closely by Starks. Over to Keat now. Swing it to Brabham. For Jackson now. Jackson back to Pendergrass. Pendergrass to Wells in the corner, surveying. Keat getting to the middle. Takes over to Pendergrass in the far corner. It's blocked by Grant. The rare three-point block attempt there. Starks down the baseline, puts it up, and they'll say it is a walk on the move. I believe she tried to Euro step underneath the basket. Couldn't quite complete the sequence. Keat in to Carnasia Wells now. Marked closely on the perimeter by Starks. Finding no separation. Carnasia Jackson with it at the three-point line. Fakes the shot. She'll drive. Pivot. Kick it out for Pendergrass. Pendergrass gets to the middle. Goes to the baseline. Steps through. Looks for Jackson on the perimeter. Picked off by Glover Bay. Out in transition. And it'll be tipped away by Jeter McKissick. And stayed Knights ball. Chelsea Grant to inbound here. Nice looking for some separation. Find Toger on the perimeter. Over to Sallier in the high post. She swings it to Grant on the elbow. Back to Sallier in the low block. Makes a move, but gets it tipped away by Wells. Wells out in transition now. Looking ahead for Keat. Keat one more to McKissick, and it's blocked by Sallier. Great transition defense there. Denying the fast break opportunity. Neither team giving an inch so far. Still knotted up at 24 here. Approaching the 2-minute mark of our third period of action. 2 minutes elapsed, that is. 8 to play. Pendergrass down the baseline. Can't find any separation from Grant. Outside to Jeter McKissick, all alone on the three-point line. Arnasia Jackson over to Wells. Wells drives to the baseline, kicks it to Pendergrass in the corner. She'll get to the middle. Cross the lane past to Jeter McKissick, but a foul before the pass on Chelsea Grant stops play here. I believe it will be a baseline out of bounds for Columbia. Jeter McKissick in the corner with it now. Back for Wells, marked closely by Starks. Get some separation off the screen. Over to Keat now. Back to Wells. Into the high post for Jeter McKissick. The handoff to Keat. She gets down the lane, and a foul on Samantha Toger there. 2 quick fouls for the Knights early in this third period. Pendergrass in the corner, drives baseline, back for Keat, and she hesitates, then makes a move, but they'll say it was a travel on the catch. Brea Keat with the turnover there. Fighting Koala is going to make a substitution. Dynasia Jackson checking out. Deasia Feaster checking back in the game. Grant with it now against the full court press. Surveying, finds Starks on the far side. Starks back to Grant. Ahead to Toger now. Finds Starks wide open on the perimeter. She'll pull up from mid-range. A little too strong, but Sallier there for the rebound. Snatched away by Keaton, a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Columbia here. Wells down the court with it now. Over to Jeter McKissick, looking inside. Can't find anyone. Still surveying. Finds Feaster on the perimeter. She'll make a move inside. Swing it back to the perimeter for Wells. Over to Jeter McKissick once again. Pendergrass drives, gets down the lane. Looks inside for Jeter McKissick. Blocked by Sallier, and she'll come away with it. And they'll say it is a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Knights. Three minutes have elapsed here in our third period of action. Neither team yet to find a basket. Both fighting quite hard. Points at a premium right now. Defense in no short supply. Over to Starks from 3. She'll pull up and hit. Ashley Starks breaks the seal. Gives us our first points of the second half. Knights leading 27-24 here. Keat on the low block, backing down Glover Bay with little resistance. And she'll get an easy layup. Columbia in the full court press once again. Ahead for Toger. She's open for 3 and will pull up. No good. Ball still loose. Sallier coming away with it. Driving down the baseline. Up and under for the layup. Weaving through the defense. Knights with a 3-point advantage once again. 29-26. A little over 5 to play here. Looks inside for Keat again, but Glover Bay is there that time and breaks up the pass. Keat on the cut, Glover Bay on the defense, and a foul on the shot attempt. Brea Keat will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the first will rattle up and in off the back iron. The sophomore out of Columbia. Let's see if she can go 2 for 2 here. I believe we have a scoreboard malfunction here. Excuse the technical difficulties while the scores table figures out what is going on and adjust the score accordingly. And I believe after the free throw, Glover Bay ahead now. Grant to Toger in the corner. She's doubled quickly. They swing it to Glover Bay to the backside for Starks for 3 once again, and she'll hit again. Ashley Starks, the leading scorer for the Knights, showing why tonight averaging 13.5 per game so far, and 2 great three-pointers in the third period. Put the Knights out ahead by 5. Columbia pulls up for 3. It's rolling on the iron and falls. No good. Peyton Brookover with the shot attempt. Grant in transition now. Swings it to Glover Bay. Over to Toger now. Back to Glover Bay at the top of the key. Fakes the pass. Gets the screen from Salier. Finds Starks in the corner for a mid-range jumper. Extremely hot to start the third period. 8 points so far, giving the Knights a 7-point advantage. And Columbia going to take a timeout with under 5 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Can't you see? And fill me with
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
you open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Can't you see? And fill me with
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
And we're back here just in time for our fourth period of action. Knights leading by 5, 38-33 over Columbia College. Both teams fighting very hard. Carnasia Wells with it now, pulling up for a three of her own. No good. Rebound to Salier. Hands it off to Grant. Grant up the court. Over to Starks now. Leading scorer for the Knights tonight with 11 points so far. Grant pulls up from mid-range and hits. Extends the Knights lead to 7, and Feaster stepping out of bounds on the catch in the corner. Slight mental error there, leading to a turnover, and it'll be Knights ball. Over to Grant now. Grant ahead to Akers, a little too hot to handle. Jeter McKissick comes away with it. Up for Pendergrass now. She's down the lane, puts up the layup and in over Salier. Grant breaks the press ahead to Starks immediately. Too hot to handle, and she misses it. Knights lead cut to 5 here. See if they can hold fast and maintain throughout the remainder of this final period of play. Jeter McKissick with it now, over for Wells. Over to Pendergrass. She'll pull up for a three of her own, off the glass and in. Lead cut to 2. Grant with it now, ahead to Salier. She has Akers under the basket, but it's tipped away by Jeter McKissick. Salier comes away with it. Tipped away by Harley now. Over to Akers on the elbow. She'll pull up for 3 and hit. Elise Akers with a three-point bomb. Extending this Knights lead back to 5 after the loose ball scramble. Frantic play there, but resulting in a point for the Knights nonetheless. Over to Keat now. Glover Bay stepping up defensively, tips it away. Pendergrass comes away with it now. Over to Jeter McKissick. Wells drives the lane, looks inside for Jeter McKissick, but no one's home to catch it. And it'll float out of bounds. Knights ball here. Grant up the floor now. Glover Bay with it. Ahead to Acreage. Down low for Salier. Back out to Grant. Thinks about the shot, decides against it. Glover Bay decides to slow things down. Looks for Salier on the post. Can't get there. Keat comes away with it, excuse me. Back to Harley now. She drives the lane. Maintains her dribble inside for Pendergrass. Blocked by Salier, but a foul. On the low post shot attempt there. Salier incredulous to the call. And Jaslyn Pendergrass will go to the line for 2. Junior out of Hartsville, South Carolina. Looking to cut this 5-point lead. No good on the first. Looking to split the pair here. Keat in good box out position, gets the rebound, puts it up high off the glass, no good, gets her own rebound, tipped away by Starks. And out of bounds after tangling with Pendergrass there. Starks flying in for the loose ball, couldn't quite corral it. Knights lead will hold fast at 5. Columbia College looking to cut it here. Knights looking for a stop. Shakira Harley with it now on the perimeter. Knights opting into a zone defense here. Harley breaks through, puts it off the glass and in. Columbia still committed to their full court press. A dangerous pass over the middle, picked off by Wells. She's down the lane, finds Harley, and she'll be fouled hard by Grant. I believe Grant believed a shot attempt was coming, and it did not. Collapsing on top of Harley. Tough collision there. Wells in for Keat now. Keat hops through the lane, puts it high off the glass. No good. Grant comes away with the rebound. Opts to slow it down. Columbia not able to set up their full court press. She finds Akridge in the corner. Akridge drives baseline, but stepped out of bounds on the push-off. That initial step to get her propelled forward resulted in an out of bounds. Columbia has it now, trailing by 3. Harley making a series of moves, can't find any separation. Wells with it now, she drives, and it'll be a foul on Starks. Resulting in a baseline out of bounds for the Fighting Koalas. Harley surveying the floor. Finds Jeter McKissick on a great cut, and she'll put it up and in, cutting this lead to 1. Another dangerous pass over the middle, but Akridge comes away with it. And it'll be a jump ball courtesy of Carnasia Wells there. I believe possession arrow favoring the Fighting Koalas here, and they will come away with a possession. Knights making some substitutions. AJ Price and Melissa Toger checking back in. Akridge and Starks taking a rest late in the contest here. Harley to the corner for Pendergrass. She drives to the middle, pulls up for Keat. Keat to Wells, and Wells a travel on the catch. Bobbling the catch and trying to initiate her drive a little too quickly. Price in for Grant now. Grant surveying the floor, looking to the middle, finds Toger. She drives to the corner. Finds Glover Bay on the perimeter. Price inside on a cut. She puts it high off the glass and in. Great ball movement there for the Knights. They had stagnated offensively, but they find another shot. Extending their lead to 3. Little over 5 to play here. Harley all alone on the perimeter. Finds Wells in the corner. She'll pull up for a 3 of her own. No good. Jeter McKissick with the putback. No good. And Salier comes away with it. Out to Grant now. Looking to press the issue before they can set up the full court press. Marked by Keat here. Crosses over, goes down the lane, but tipped away, but they'll say it was a reach-in violation. And it'll be Knights ball on the baseline. Price out for Salier now. Salier to Glover Bay. Inside for Toger. She's got a layup attempt, and she'll hit. Melissa Toger with the 2-pointer on the low block. Shakira Harley up the court now. Fighting Koalas trailing by 5 here. Marked by Toger. Over to Jeter McKissick at the top of the key, all alone. Knights giving her a big cushion defensively, and another moving screen violation, her second of the game. A critical error late. Knights making a change. Glover Bay checking out. Starks back in. In the Grant immediately. Back to Starks. Pushing it up the floor. Grant marked by the full court press, but gets it back to Starks. Starks gets it over midcourt, but a dangerous pass is tipped away by Keat. Pendergrass with it in transition now. Loses it, but gets the pass off to Keat, and she'll be on the low block for a 2-point turnaround layup. Cutting this lead to 3. They swing it over to Salier. She'll carry up the court. Looks ahead for Toger. Finds Starks. She drives baseline. Gets trapped. Gets it inside for Salier. No good. Rebound tipped away by Jeter McKissick, and Keat comes away with it. Salier slow to get up, but she's back in the play. Harley driving, finds Pendergrass alone in the corner. She'll pull up for 3, too strong. Toger with the rebound, finds Price. Over for Grant now. Things getting frantic here down the stretch. Both teams fighting very hard, looking for a victory. Price with it, drives to the middle, finds Toger. She'll go down the baseline, put up a layup of her own, and fouled. Shaken up on the play. A little slow to get up here. Couldn't quite tell where she took the contact. And Melissa Toger will take her first trip to the line. Senior forward out of Ontario, Canada. She'll hit the first. See if she can go 2 for 2 here, extend this lead to 5. And the announcer jinx strikes again, no good. Splitting the pair there. Quickly out ahead, down the lane is Davenport, I believe. And she'll be fouled by Toger. Toger claiming she got all ball, but officials not hearing it. Officials debating whether it was a foul on the floor or during the shot attempt. And they'll say it was a shot attempt, so she will shoot 2. Mariah Davenport at the free throw line here. Junior guard out of Durham, North Carolina, looking to cut this lead. No good on the first. Looking to split the pair here, and she'll knock it down, cutting this lead to 3 with a little over 3 minutes to go. Grant breaking through the press and will be fouled by Davenport. Skidding across the floor, losing some skin there, certainly. Back on her feet quickly, though. Believe she will be able to continue. Columbia making some strategic changes with the matchups here, discussing it before the inbound. Toger with it now, marked by Wells. Over to Grant, and she'll set the immediate screen. Grant gets to the middle, puts up the floater high off the glass. Price with the rebound now, tries to drive the baseline, can't find any space, and it'll be tipped out of bounds by Columbia. Knights ball with 3 to play here. Price into Salier. Keat tries to tip it away, no good. Starks with it on the 3-point line. She's been hot so far tonight, and she continues the streak. Hitting the clutch shot, extending the lead to 6, and Columbia needs a timeout. We'll be right back.
You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Can't you see? And tell me what
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Hey, let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Can't you see? And tell me what you
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Can't you see? And tell me what you
Listen, y'all should be addicted now. We tasted blood.
Let's keep this going. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the next one. Clean up a few mistakes. Let's get on a roll. It's conference time.
And we're back here with a little under 3 to play. Knights applying some full court pressure of their own, looking to waste a bit of the shot clock. Extend these possessions for Columbia, giving up nothing quick. Wells down the lane, loses her handle, but picks it back up and finishes the layup. Great shot there from Carnasia Wells. Grant surveying the floor, finds Toger in the middle. Toger for Starks, down the baseline. She puts up a shot, hits the bottom of the rim, no good. Rebound, Jeter McKissick. Up to Wells once again. Carnasia Wells surveying the floor. Looks over for Jeter McKissick. They find Harley on the backside. Harley drives to the middle, spins, can't keep her feet and loses it. A charge call there on the out-of-control drive by Shakira Harley. It'll be Knights ball, 2:12 to play. Harley checking out, Mariah Davenport checking back into the contest. Inbound to Grant now. A little over 2 to play here. Knights leading by 4. Looking to close out the victory. Starks ahead to Toger now. Toger splits a double team. Back to Starks. Over in the corner to Price. She'll drive to the baseline, and they'll say it's a charge on AJ Price. Savvy play from Carnasia Wells there. Drawing the offensive foul. Giving Columbia another possession late here. Nice going to the full court press. Grant gets the steal to Price, and Price back for Grant in the layup. Full court press working immediately. Knights with a 6-point advantage here. Grant harassing Davenport down the length of the court. She puts the shot over Salier, no good. Toger fighting for the rebound, can't get it. Pendergrass comes away with it. She has it on the perimeter, surveying the floor. She'll drive to the middle, swing it to Jeter McKissick for the layup, too strong. Gets her own rebound and puts it up and in over Salier. Very strong play there from Renazia Jeter McKissick, keeping Columbia in the contest with a little over a minute to play. Grant pushing the length of the floor, finds Salier on the low block, too strong on the layup. And Jeter McKissick there again for the rebound. Knights with a 4-point advantage, minute to play here. Columbia looking to close the gap. They have to make it happen quick. Wells down the lane, puts it up and in off the glass. Beautiful shot from Carnasia Wells, cuts the lead to 2. Knights looking to stand strong here. Grant breaking through the full court press all alone. Finds AJ Price on the elbow, gets to the low block, puts it up, and a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Knights here. 45 to play. Knights leading by 2. In the blink of an eye, we've got a thriller here, folks. Price in for Salier. Salier pulls up from mid-range, no good. Rebound, Starks down the lane, puts up the putback, no good. Ball still loose. Starks comes away with it, tips it into nobody. Pendergrass has it, goes ahead for Jeter McKissick, but she mishandles the ball, and it goes out of bounds. A critical turnover for the Fighting Koalas here on what could have been a breakaway to tie the game. All alone in transition, and the pressure got to her. Both teams making a few late substitutions here. Dynasia Jackson checking in for Mariah Davenport. AJ Price and Starks checking out. Frances Glover Bay and Elise Akridge checking in. 30 to play. Knights leading by 2. In for Grant once again. She breaks through the press once again and is fouled by Keat. Chelsea Grant exerting a lot of energy late in this contest, breaking through this relentless Columbia full court press. Looking to hold on to the slim margin they have carved out. And Grant will go to the line for 2. Davenport back into the contest. Jackson back to the bench. Grant will knock down the first. Chance to ice the game here. And she'll hit the second, giving the Knights a 4-point advantage. Columbia going to take a timeout. Calibrate their strategy for the final moments of the contest. And we'll be right back. Nice with a 4-point lead here in the Carnegie Wells. 25 to play. She'll drive immediately. Outside for Brookover. She pulls up for a deep three-pointer. No good. Toger with the rebound. Looking for an outlet. She finds Salier. They find Starks with 10 to play. Tried to foul intentionally, but no call from the official. And Brookover forced to come up and make the foul. And with 7 to play here, it looks like Starks can put the game away at the free throw line. Little chance of a comeback for Columbia, and looks like it'll turn out to be the Knights' first victory of the season. Ashley Starks leading the way with 15 points for the Knights. Michaela Salier with 12 and Chelsea Grant with 8. Knights with a commanding 6-point lead here. Columbia with 7 seconds to make something happen. Wells surveying. Handoff back to Wells. Behind the back. Needs to get a shot up. Brookover puts up the three-point attempt. It's no good, and that'll end our contest. Your first victory of the season for the Knights. Triumphant over Columbia College, 57-51. And until next time, thanks for tuning in. This has been your SAU Knights broadcast.
Ready to start mapping your future? Get started at St. Andrews University, the perfect place to explore your passions. St. Andrews offers a high-quality education that can be completed on campus or online. Flexible course offerings and convenient locations meet the needs of your everyday life, with accelerated degree options available. Career opportunities are waiting for you at St. Andrews University. From nursing to occupational therapy assistant certification to esports and game art and design. Find your career path today at St. Andrews University, sa.edu.